guys liked this look, and I am so excited to finally start filming. I've been promising so many of you for so long, and I finally just stopped making excuses and just sat down and filmed. And you decide to recreate this look, please tag me on my Instagram, Makeup by Jodi. That's what I'm on most often. And I would love to see if you guys did a look inspired by me, so please tag me. And please let me know what else you want to see next. And thank you guys so much for watching, and subscribe. My full face. So I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 3W1 Tawny. Now I'm going to be buffing that into my face with my Sigma 3D H Kabuki brush. So I like to just pat it into the skin so it kind of settles into the skin rather than just brushing it on. You want to make sure you pat, and then you can go in and buff. And it will also help everything go in the right place where you want it to. So now that our face is nice and full coverage, we're going to go in and highlight. I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I used the shade NW20 to create 3 stripes under my eye, down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, Cupid's bow, and chin. And you want to make sure you put it on your lid too. This will be our primer for our eyes. So I'm going to be taking my Sigma 3D H Kabuki brush, and I'm just going to be buffing that into that area. You're going to want to make sure you set everywhere that you just highlighted. So I'm taking my NYX finishing powder in the shade Banana with my Morphe M438. I'm just going to be looking up while doing this just to get all the creasing. Also want to heavily put it on your eyelid, because if you do not set your eyelids before doing your eyeshadow, it's going to just be a hot mess, and you're going to have a lot of patchiness throughout your shadow. So set those eyelids. Alrighty, so the first thing that we're going to do after our eyes are already primed and set and ready to go is we're going to take our Airspun loose face powder. I use the shade Translucent, extra coverage. So we're basically going to use this as a guide to where we want our smoky wing. So what I'm going to do is just put it on my baby little beauty blender, and I'm just going to create where I want my wing to stop. So I'm going to put it from the corner of my eye, angled up towards my brow. So I'm just going to put that right there on both sides. This will just give us a guide, so we know what the hell we're doing with our smoky wing. So once we have our little powder guide, we are going to get started. And I'm going to be using the Kylie Cosmetics Kai Shadow Palette, and this is the bronze one. So first off, I'm going to take my M433 brush from Morphe, which is literally a must-have. I'm going to mix these 2 shades together. So this is what we call a transition shade. With every single makeup look, you need a transition shade. Can't do makeup without it, truly. We're going to do a half wing look. So we're going to start about right here, and then we're going to go into about half the eye. So we're just going to take this Okay, so once our transition color is on, we are going to take a fluffier blending brush. This is the M441. there is no product on this brush. I'm just going to blend out that transition even more so it can be nice and gradient. Okay, so next we are going to take our M149 brush. This is literally a must for cut creases, smoky wings, and outer V's and lower lash lines, and inner highlights and brow highlights. Okay, so moving forward, we are going to take this color right here and we're going to mix it just with this one. So the point of this whole smoky wing is to have a nice gradient effect. So our transition color is going to be the lightest, the next color we put in is going to be a little bit darker, and the one after that is going to be a little bit more darker. So we're just going to do the same thing, but we are going to put this more densely down. Honestly, just doing a little line. This look is so easy once you get the hang of it. Like, looks intimidating, but once you get the hang of it, it's really so easy, especially with this powder trick. I'm just going to blend those two colors together. Blended those two colors together, we are just going to go in with this one and do the same exact thing. And again, we're going to place this a little bit more denser. So each time you want to place it a little bit more tightly packed closer to your lash line, and then you're going to blend it out. And then you're going to do it again, and then you're going to blend it out, because that's how you get gradient. So again, just blending, which is literally just this. So once I've blended those two together, again, I'm just going to take a big fluffy blending brush, my M441, and just blend everything together with no product, just so that it's nice and gradient. I'm going to be taking my Morphe M508 brush, and I'm just going to be going in with this shade. We're going to put this shade as close to the lash line as possible. Putting this up one more time, and last time I'm going to add this and this just to darken up a little bit further. We're going to only put the dark brown right here, so it fades from dark brown up to a nice transition that we did earlier. So we're just going to put that right on the lash line and on our little flick. Once we get that all nice and done, we are going to take some more powder and just clean that up. Make sure it's nice and sharp. Okay, so now that we have cleaned up our wing, we are completely done with our wing. We're just going to add a little wash of color to the lid, still using the eyeshadow and the first two shades I showed you, these two, just because we don't want the eye to just be plain. We want to add a little bit of definition and color into that. So I'm just tapping off the excess, and again, I'm using my M441 from Morphe. So I'm just going to put that. It's so easy, just dust it all along your whole lid and then put it into your socket and just blend up, making sure it's nice and blended. So that just gives a little bit more definition to this whole eye look, and it just looks a little bit more put together. And if you want to clean up your wing even more, you can just use an angled brush. That's what I'm going to do, just right on the tip of the wing. Applying lashes is such a struggle with nails. I can't get used to it. I literally am just so hopeless and helpless and doomed. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to take whatever is left over on my brush, and I'm just going to take this from my lower lash line to the middle of it. I don't want to go any further over here because we want our eyes to be pulled out, look nice and sultry. So we want to keep it on just the outer half of our eye and then just kind of connect it up with the wing. So taking my Morphe NBZ palette, I'm going to be taking this bronzy shade right here. And I'm going to be mixing it a little bit with this one. This is like a nice, this has a kind of like sheen to it. So I love bronzers like that. A lot of people don't fucks with like bronzers with shimmer in it, but girl, please. I'll be putting anything with shimmer on my face. I'm going to be taking my Makeup Geek rounded blush brush. And I'm going to be taking this middle shade right here. It's like a really nice cool toned shade. You're going to make sure you want to always contour with a cool tone. You on the top of our ear, about halfway down. About right there, and then you're just gonna blend that out. I like to just do circular motions, and if you want to get real crazy with your contour, I've been doing this new thing where, let me just show you. Okay, I like to take it like this and then kind of bring it down like this to make me look like a Megan Fox. So now we are going to just do a little tiny baking. I'm just going to be putting this on the bridge of my nose and just cleaning up my contour a little bit. So a lot of people do it straight. I like to do it like this. Just do a curve because that's kind of cheekbones Megan Fox has, you know? Like, gotta just try and create that. So you're just gonna wanna curve. Just all sit and bake, and we're going to move on to blush. I'm gonna be using Sigma Core de Rosa blush with my, I honestly, M405. Like literally all my Morphe brushes have been things teared off of them because of how much they're used. So I'm just going to take this. Sigma actually sent me this blush. That's so exciting. But honestly, it's the most beautiful fall color. Like, it's like a warm apricot kind of color. I was so in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ultimate Glow Kit. We're going to use Sunray and White Sand. Mix those two together and just pop those on top of the Gilded Honey. Oh my goodness, I just literally can never get enough of the glow kits. I have every single one besides the Sun Dipped, but Paul really needs to buy me one soon. Alrighty, so the last thing to complete this look is a nice warm fappy color like ColourPop Limbo. I love this color so much. Look. Alrighty guys, well I hope you liked this tutorial. I'm so excited that I finally am back on YouTube and I'm going to be creating such sweet ass shit for you guys. Please let me know if there's anything else you want to see. Just comment below and make sure you definitely follow me on my Instagram, Makeup by Jodi, because I post on that very regularly and I'm about to be to 10K. And I'm so excited. So please go follow me on there. Yeah. I hope you guys like it. Please subscribe. Bye guys.